Good morning. It is day 29 out of 30 of doing 333 push-ups every single day, and we are going for a little surf, or to be honest, Sophie's going for a surf. I'm just gonna use the beach as a push-up arena. It's just too cold. I have a surfboard, but I'm not gonna surf today, purely because of the tattoos that I got yesterday, so I don't think that salt water is gonna be too good. But other than that, let's hit the beach right over there and do some push-ups. Alrighty, good morning. It is a beautiful beach day. The sun still hasn't rise, so maybe the light will change actually as I start doing these push-ups. It's literally coming out as we speak, which is quite beautiful. Anyway, let's get going, shall we? Early morning sunrise. Got my Birks on, which I should have taken off earlier, but the sun is coming out. You can see it in my face. It's beautiful, you know. It's not, I wouldn't say it's common for me to be up and early, up and at 'em in the morning on a winter's day. Normally in the summer, 5 a.m. I wake up, you know, the sun comes out 5 a.m. I'm in the water or doing something, but you know, coming here it's a little bit different. But anyway, let's keep going, shall we? There we go. We've got some doggies here. Quite a nice lively morning, I would say. There you go. You can see that from... It took me about 2 push-up sets to really get going. But little dogs playing. People are just kind of friendly. There's a dog on this side, people walking everywhere, which is quite nice, you know, in a way. It's it just shows that even though it's, well, it is late, listen, it's winter, so it's like 7:45, 7:50 in the morning, but the sun just came out and people are already walking and active, so that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's do the third set. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it a little bit of a rest between the third and the fourth set, purely just because it was the one, then the second one came quickly, and then I guess because of the dogs and everything else, it was just like, so I kind of do feel it. But now you can see the sun is belting down. It's quite beautiful, you know. I'm glad that I actually made this move, you could say, to do it here this morning, because tomorrow is the last day. It's day 30, and like I told you before, I'm going to do all 10 sets in one go with a nice little mic setup, so I'll discuss the whole 30 days while I finish 10 sets. So between every set I'll talk a little bit about the challenge, but other than that, I think yeah, I think today it kind of feels like the last day, purely because I'm going to be moving around up and down. So anyway, let's do the last set. It's not really ready, but there are people at the back, so I want to, you know, show them what I'm doing here. Okay, that's it. Done and dusted. Pump is here. Quite happy to you know, just be out here doing the push-ups with my friends, the dogs. But yeah, quite happy with the morning pump. I'm gonna get dressed and get a coffee. Let's go. Alrighty, would you look at that? Beautiful. I quite like the little, what do you call it? Waves of sand and beach. It's quite nice. Not gonna lie. Anyway, let's go grab some coffee. Alrighty, in the parking lot of the gym. Sun is belting through the window here. It's a little later in the afternoon, but I'm going to train some bicep and tricep, nice and short, nice and sweet, and then we go and do our second session of push-ups. Let's go. Alrighty, train some biceps and some triceps. You clearly see they've gotten some work done. Little bicep there, little tricep. Maybe you'll see it better this way. There you go. Anyway, I also did a little bit of abs, so push-ups are still doing what they should do, so let's go have a little post-breakfast, post-gym breakfast. Alrighty, so I didn't forget. I just, you know, the battery on the camera is dead, so I drove all the way here to do it, and I'm going to use a tripod. But now I'm not going to use a tripod because the camera is obviously set for the tripod. It's a long story short. I'm going to use my cell phone to do the second session. Hopefully it comes out nicely, and hopefully I can place it in a way so that, you know, I can do it. But anyway, got a little smoothie from Kauai, a little peanut butter bomb. This thing is stacked with, you know, banana, nuts. What nuts? It's not nuts.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter and a scoop of protein for the gut. Anyway, let's go. Alrighty, we're gonna start straight up 33 push-ups, session 2. Let's get this done, shall we? Oh. Hey, buddy. The dogs are obviously not sure what I'm doing because I'm doing push-ups, so big dogs, not gonna lie. He's making his mark. It's okay. It's quite fun, you know. No worry. Yeah, so that was the first session. 2 big dogs actually. I think that smaller one was an Alsatian, well, not Alsatian. Rottweiler.
Yeah.
But I think like a semi-baby, maybe barely a year old, and a female, from what I can see. But I mean, I'm not scared of dogs, but I've seen what dogs can do to kids that play with them, and then they bite them in the face by accident, you know, just by pure the nature of an animal instinct, you could say. Anyway, let's do a little push-up, second session. Yep. You know, the crazy thing is, tomorrow I'm gonna do 10 sets in one session. So it's not gonna be like a morning, afternoon, and night. It's just gonna be me doing 10 sets, and obviously after the 10 sets, we'll be on 9,990. And then we'll do a little slow final 10 to, you know, celebrate a victory, at least for me. It's funny because I'm 33 years old and I've never done 10,000 push-ups in, I would think, honestly, in a year. Benching, training abs, training chest and things, sets, maybe, yeah. But if you think about it, just normal push-ups, I think I haven't done 10,000 in a year. So to cram all of that into 30 days is pretty incredible. So I myself am a little proud, if you could say that. Anyway, a little pump action, and last set. Let's go. And the nice thing about a phone is you can just take it like that and then you can film a little selfie. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go home, make some steak, and potentially log on, get all my documents in, because I have a visa appointment tomorrow to go to England, of course, so I have to get all my documents ready. So we're gonna do that, and tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I will be in the, what do you call it, embassy or whatever, to register and to apply for this visa tomorrow morning. Let's go. Alrighty, it is about 7:45. Just submitted all my documentaries, all my documents for the visa application. So we've got all the inbound, outbound flights, we've got proof of accommodation, that side, evidence, proof of funds or evidence of funds. It's a lot of things that, if you're not from South Africa and you're watching this, being a South African is not necessarily easy when it comes to traveling. And it's such a sad thing, such a sad thing, because, if you just think about, I'm just a normal guy, right? I'm just a normal guy, yet I have to go through all these hoops and things just to visit your country. But the opposite is you, if, my wife, and if you're from the UK or any other country, to be honest, you literally go online, you buy a ticket, whatever it costs, you arrive at the airport, 3 hours, you go through, you fly to South Africa, you get here, and you go to the, basically the gate for foreigners to come in, the arrivals, and passport control, there you go, that's where you go, and they just stamp, boop, there you go, 3 months. You can stay 3 months, enjoy your stay, sir. But not for me. I have to go through all these jumps and hoops, and I need to prove that I've got money in the bank. I need a sponsorship. I need someone to say, hey, he's gonna come stay here, and I'll take responsibility for him. You have all these documents, IDs. What else is there? TB tests that needs to be done, medical things. What else is there? There's a few other shit in there as well. I'm just a normal guy, same as you, but I have this, I guess it's a good thing that your country is probably keeping out people that don't necessarily, or that aren't necessarily good. But fuck, man, you guys have it easy. It's just plug and play for you. So for me, that's probably why I'm going. Everyone's saying like, oh, why are you going to England? It's so cuck. Yeah, maybe it's not the best. Maybe the weather is a bit grey sometimes, and maybe this and maybe that. But what I will get out, and I guess that's not only why I'm going. I can see myself there because I've been to the UK many times, and I'm quite a lone ranger. I'm quite a recluse person, so I can sit in the house for days if I have to and work. I enjoy it. I really do. I feel productive when I'm sitting and doing things. When I'm out having fun, going to the beach and shit like that, yeah, it's temporary fun, but I already long for just working and putting in some hours, So that's just me. So I think England's going to be great for me, to be honest. But the point is, again, just to stay there for a while, get the British passport, and not use it for bad, but actually use it for good. In a sense, like if I want to travel, if I want to, get up and go and take my wife and kids one day to Paris, or take them, well, even there's apparently an issue. But anyway, because we need a Schengen visa for that, South Africans. But just to go anywhere, America, wherever. So, yeah. Let's do the push-ups. That's why we do these videos, not to chat about visas. Let's go. Also, I think, I realize now, this is the last kitchen push-up that you're gonna see me do. So this that you're seeing right here and right now, this will be the last one, purely just because we're gonna move in 20 days, so this specific kitchen will be gone. But also because tomorrow is the last day of the push-up challenge, and then I'm not gonna fool myself doing push-ups for, I wouldn't even say a very long time. I'm potentially thinking never. Why would I want to do that again? I've already got this whole playlist of 30-day challenge push-ups. Why would I do it again? You know, unless for some odd reason I decide to do 30,000 push-ups a month, which is 1,000 push-ups a day. But I don't see the point of that. But you never know. Life changes, goals change, so we'll see. But yeah, we just find out about my golf clubs as well. I'm gonna have to sell my little golf cart that I bought. Not the golf cart that you drive, like the little pulley. Click gear, really nice one. Quite expensive one, I must say, that I bought for myself, to treat myself for playing good golf. I told myself that if I play a certain round, certain score, when I get to that level, I'm going to treat myself with one of those. And it took me about 6 months to get there, and I did, so I was quite happy about that. But I'm going to have to sell that one. It just takes too much space. But the bag and the clubs, I can travel as the extra hand luggage, not hand luggage, extra luggage, extra bag, sports bag. So let's go. Second last set in this house. Whew. Whoa. 34. Woo-wee. Look how close we are. Look how close we are. So close. It's funny because when I started day one, I remember starting it right over there in front of the TV. I kind of always start there. And yeah, you never know. Well, I never knew. I knew, or let's say, I did know that I was going to finish it and that I was going to do it. But you never knew. I never knew. Fuck, is my English that bad? Knew? No. I did not know how it was going to end up being, results wise, strength wise. To be honest, and I mean, I'll mention this tomorrow, I really thought that I would get better, you know? Like I really thought that I would actually start doing 5 sets like easily. I'm talking, I can do it, right? I did the other day, but like really just do 5 sets easily, up, 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 done. But it's still a challenge. So it just shows you, you know, in order to grow in strength and in physique, but I don't want to actually talk about this because tomorrow I'm going to explain everything, but the baseline is, or the tip is, or not tip, the evidence is real. That you have to put some resistance on a muscle. You can't, otherwise, like I said, otherwise your legs would be enormous, right? You'd have like 50 kilogram leg muscles per leg because we're constantly walking on it. So we're constantly active, but you don't see them grow. The only time they grow is when you put them under pressure, when you put weight on them, more weight than what you normally carry around in the day while walking. So this is like a clear evidence of that, I would say, or one of the things that I will obviously speak about tomorrow. But let's do the last one. It's quite sad in a way. This is the last set of 34 that I'll be doing in this house. I mean, like I told you before, I'm not really sentimental about things, but I do believe that you need to live in the moment, and something as small as the last set of push-ups in your house, you know, it means something, to me at least, because we've spent some good times in these 4 walls, at least here at the bottom. You know, I bought this fridge with a mirror when Sophie just moved in. So just before she moved in, I had a mini fridge, like a bar fridge, and I wanted to impress her, you know. She was just my girlfriend at the time. Well, we weren't even dating. I just asked her to move in. So I was like, okay, I need to get a nice fridge, you know, so like a cool one, something that looks expensive. So, you know, it's small, silly things, but, you know, you kind of think back on all those things. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the push-ups. I'm still going to live here for the next 20 days, so it's not like we're leaving tomorrow, but it is the last push-ups that I'll be doing. let's go. Whew. 34. Here we go. Pump in the house. Last little pump check with this light. And also with this backdrop. If you've watched all the way to the end, which I know some of you do, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it wasn't tough for me to make this content, knowing that it potentially is boring, seeing the impressions, seeing that I'm not getting the views that I used to get, I'm not getting the comments that I used to get, you know, and things like that can be discouraging. You might feel that you don't even have to do it because no one's fucking watching, right? There's 10 people watching, or 50 people watching, or 100 people watching. Like, who gives a shit? So you want to throw in the towel. But I think if you keep going, which I did, regardless of the views, knowing that my channel might potentially get a hit, might lose subscribers, might lose a lot of views because of the content itself is not great, I will still gain something out of this. Fuck the followers. I mean, not fuck you directly. I mean, getting followers, getting numbers. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that I pushed through. I did 30 days of push-ups every single day. I filmed it just for your convenience. But even if I didn't, I did the push-ups. I sat here and I pushed myself up 10,000 times in 30 days. Which, you know what? It's priceless. It's not worth any you know, viewers and things like that. So yeah, I guess that's a tip for you. You know, I think the word is integrity. Once you have that, and you have that self-discipline, nothing can really stop you, because someone might comment, 100,000 people might comment on this channel saying, Roche, you're absolute shit, your content is boring. I still did 10,000 push-ups. I feel good, and I feel like I've accomplished something, and I'm not gonna let those comments hurt me. It's just gonna go over my back. I won't think of it, because, you know, I have other philosophies that I will potentially speak about in my podcast. But one of them is that we are all going to die, and none of us will remember what the other person did, or reminisce of what could happen, or what happened in the past. Think about the future, all that bullshit. We're gonna die. So that's why I live in the moment, right here in front of this camera. I enjoy the time, because I can I could potentially not wake up tomorrow and just see blank, you know? So yeah, enjoy every moment, do the things that you love, push yourself to the limit, almost to the breaking point. See how far you can go. See how far you can go. How much money can you make in 50 years? If you're 25 years old now, how much can you make by the age of 75? How good can your body look by the age of 50 in 25 years from now? How many kids can you have? How many people can you inspire by doing something great and then telling them about how difficult it was and how you got through it? How many people can you help? Because that's inevitably the thing that is going to, well, that keeps me going. Because otherwise, I mean, I used to play games, World of Warcraft, right? That was my game. And I'm talking, when I say play games, I'm talking about literally when I got home from school, 2 p.m. all the way to like 2 a.m. in the morning. So 12 hours of gaming. I would get shout out with from my mother saying like, get off the fucking games, you know, but I didn't care. And you could see there's a weird thing, you can press type /played, and it gives you the exact days in hours, right? It'll say 32 days played, right? 32 days, 8 hours and so many seconds. That's how many minutes you've spent on the thing. So not 32 days of like you've come on 32 days, in hours. If you spend an hour today, an hour tomorrow, you've played 2 hours in total, not 2 days. So there are days
months on that game when I was a child. And I can honestly tell you, I fucking regret it. It's a great game. It's probably the best game in the world. But I could have done so much more with my life. I could have not sat here. I could have done the 10,000 push-ups in a fucking mansion, to be honest. But now I'm sitting here. Now I don't have regret or anything. Life is life. And I live, like I said, in the now. So for me, I just need to push forward. You know, now I have the chance. I am lucky enough to know that this is what I need to do. And that's probably why I make these videos and podcasts and stuff as well, because I wish there was someone randomly, I maybe been playing, that just a video pops up, or someone dropped a CD that time, because we didn't have YouTube when I was a kid. You know, just someone dropped a CD and there was this guy talking, say, hey, stop wasting your fucking life. Do this, do this, do this. This is important, this is that. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just guiding you and telling you this is how life could be, you know. I always say this story about the horse. You know that way they say you can take a horse to water but you can't make it drink. That I believe in that. I believe that you can't force people to do anything. But how I see it is that I can do the things that is or that are in my control. And that is making that water shiny, tasty, making the area around the water fucking dry, you know, having bells and whistles and, you know, rewards underneath in the deep end, you know, making that water so delicious that there's no way this horse cannot be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna taste it, just a little taste, you know. And that's my goal. This is what I want to do. So I can't force you to follow me. I can't force you to start doing push-ups. I can't force you to lose weight. But I'm gonna fucking sure as hell show you how good it would be, and how good it will taste, and how good it will look if you do it. That's about it. Anyway, tomorrow, last 333 push-ups. Let's go.